he lost an identity that he never owned. Do we know a thing or two about losing something that we don't own? That's why we hold our own keys, right? Right? Yeah, we hold our own keys. So why are you depending on someone else to give you your identity when it comes to communication? You're not depending on the government to hold your money for you, but you're like, you know, I'm not trying to sound so antagonistic here because I know you guys are probably on my side, but I'm just saying, like, why would you hold your money but not hold your identity? And that's what Noster's for. And so that's why I think it's important to talk about this stuff. And if you want to talk about Bitcoin, you know, what you're really talking about is freedom tech. And freedom tech, to me, is it's Bitcoin, it's Nostr, it's every cryptographic and decentralized protocol that allows people to make their own way without permission. And so, and I think that freedom tech is a fundamentally Christian thing. And as a Christian, I'm really kind of shocked that there aren't more Christians working on freedom tech. Now, maybe you might have thought, well, I'm a smart guy or girl, I can work on, you know, freedom, you know, so I can work on software, but I don't know, working on Bitcoin, that's kind of high pressure. Like, I think I'm kind of smart, but I don't think I'm smart enough to work on Bitcoin itself. And that's why I love Nostr, because it's like way less complicated and way less technical than Bitcoin, but it's freedom tech that really, really, really matters. And so I got really into Nostr right when it came out. I was probably one of the first 50 users of Nostr. And so we all just followed each other, and we used the crappiest clients imaginable, and it was fun. And so I really am excited about Nostr because it's a whole new avenue, and it's not just about tweets. It was invented to kind of emulate Twitter, but it's not about tweets, because the other stuff that Nostr stands for is going to be the future of the internet. It's going to be how we build the internet. We don't need DNS, we don't need web pages. Nostr doesn't even run on HTTPS, it runs on WebSockets. And so you can build an entirely new internet with Nostr that completely routes around and super the old internet, and it does it in a way that allows everybody to control their identity by holding their own keys, which is exactly how Bitcoin works. So hopefully you can kind of see the relationship. We got hold your own keys, hold your own coins. We got hold your own keys, hold your own identity. And then now you have money and identity that nobody can take away from you, and you can communicate and you can transact. And if you can communicate and transact, you can do everything that the internet was originally meant to do, but couldn't do because micropayments didn't exist back when the internet was invented. And if you think about it, you know, our whole advertising panopticon that we live in, like where everything is monetized through eyeballs, your attention is the microcurrency that the internet runs on, because we didn't have lightning payments back then. If we would have had lightning back in like the early 90s, people could have paywall content and we wouldn't have to use advertising as a proxy for revenue. And so with lightning, you know, built on top of Bitcoin, we have a way to do micropayments on the internet, and the only missing piece that we needed was a way for people to actually own and hold their own identity. So now that we have Bitcoin, Lightning, and Nostr, we can actually build the internet that we were promised. We can build the internet that we always should have had. And so that's what we're trying to do at Fanfares, is make a way for content creators to make a way for content creators to own their identity, and then to be able to monetize their content by putting it behind a Lightning paywall. And how we do that is we use cryptography, we use Nostr, we use Lightning, and it's a system that just doesn't exist anywhere else, because it stores your data on Nostr, and it allows you to, you know, you can put your data wherever you want. You can put it on whatever relays you want to run on Nostr, or, you know, relay that you pay for. You can store your data, your paywall data on any server you want. And then people, when they buy your content, say they're buying your book, or your podcast, or your audio, or your music, or a long-form article that you made, they're paying you directly for that. They're not giving Patreon or Substack 15% of your revenue. They're paying you directly to unlock that content. So that's what we're working on. That's the vision for the internet that I think we should think about. We all want to fix the money and fix the world, but we got to fix the internet as part of that. And Bitcoin alone doesn't fix the internet. But if you combine it with Nostr, I think we actually can fix the internet. I think we actually have everything we need. If you have any questions about Nostr or Fanfares or anything like that, come talk to me. I love talking about Nostr. It's just kind of what I've been obsessed with ever since I discovered the protocol, I'm excited to work on it as my primary, full-time thing for fanfares, and it's really important. And I don't want to guilt you into it, but it's exciting too, because there's some of the coolest new stuff that's being developed is all being developed on Oscar. You can just really do anything without permission, and that's the way the internet should be. So, is that? It's time? All right. Thank you.